Welcome to Norway!
We just arrived in Norway and this is how we got here.
We flew from Minneapolis to Reykjavik and then to Oslo, where we took a third plane to Tromsø.
Then we picked up our rental car and inspected it for damages. Very important to do that before you drive off the lot.
We drove about an hour south of Tromsø to our hotel and crashed after a super long travel day. The next morning we had an excellent breakfast and a very scenic 5-hour drive to Svolvær. We're Karin and Jeremy, an average couple with average jobs and limited vacation time. When we take trips, we have 1 or 2 weeks, 3 if we're lucky, and we want to see and do as much as possible when we travel. Join us as we maximize our vacation time on Mapping It.
Right now we are in Lofoten and we are exploring with a camper van. Let's give you a tour.
We got our camper van from LOFOTEN VAN LIFE, and it's a retrofitted VW bus that's been turned into a basic camper van. All of their vans are different colors, and ours is named Kaya. It's got a nice little roof rack that you can put, surfboards or other equipment on. Luggage if you need to, I guess. Let's look on the inside. Here's the front cabin. Looks like it could fit 3 people up here. Manual crank windows. We got a cassette tape player. Steering is a little difficult. Definitely takes a little bit of physical work to do that. Definitely feels like driving an old car. And really got to slam the doors shut. Let's check out the back. Although it's a little bit of a mess. As you can see, it's very spacious. We got a nice little counter right here with our kitchen supplies, plates, pans, utensils. We've got a little gas stove down here. We got a sink over here filled with our dirty dishes. And there's a big tank of water underneath there that you can just pull up, and then you can wash your dishes in the sink, and it actually drains right underneath the van. We got a little pop-up table and some chairs, a little fridge, cooler kind of thing here. It's actually being powered by our power bank right now. Hopefully it's keeping stuff cold. And then in the back here we got a little couch that transforms into a bed. The other half of the bed is in the back there. And just like that, the bed is made. And in nicer weather, you could even have the door open with a great view of a beach. And that's about it for this camper van.
We just picked up our camper van and now we have to go to the grocery store to get some food. So we're going to the Extra. Let's check it out. Toppings for sandwiches.
This grocery store in Lofoten also has a local product section. They also have Urge, which I don't know if you remember Surge, but I'm pretty sure this is a knockoff. And I don't think they make Surge in the US anymore. Woohoo! You survived!
I feel like I'm driving a bus. I mean, technically it's a VW bus from the 80s. I have no idea how wide this vehicle is. That's the terrifying part. Doesn't pick up speed well.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, a little stressed. Turning this car is not easy. It takes full concentration,
full body effort,
and a lot of strength. It doesn't have automatic steering. So it is not like turning anything I've ever driven before.
One thing you have to be aware of when driving in Norway is that the roads can be quite narrow. It's important to know how wide your vehicle is and stick close to the right side of the road when passing oncoming traffic. We were behind a camper that clearly didn't know how wide they were, and their driver's side mirror was completely destroyed by an oncoming truck, so be careful on the narrow roads. With the camper van, we've got all these awesome supplies. We got cutting board, utensils, a knife. They have
Little gas stove.
a gas stove, pots and pans, and we've got all the ingredients needed to make fish balls in white sauce and pickled cucumbers, both of which are very Norwegian to have. And I know fish balls sounds disgusting, but trust me, I grew up having it. I love it. It is wonderful, and you'll love it too.
It's very good.
It's very good. What does it take to make fish balls in white sauce? Well, it's very simple. You need fish balls and white sauce. You also need milk, which is what we have.
Luckily, it's not complex cooking happening here.
It's very, very simple cooking. And then to make the cucumber salad, you need apple cider vinegar, cucumbers, sugar, pinch of salt, which we don't have, so oh well, and water. Very simple. So hopefully we can't screw this up. Let's get cooking. Well, we had quite a time getting this thing lit, but I think it's the wind. It's a little windy outside.
Just hard to see the flame.
Yeah. So we're making the white sauce right now. 7 deciliters of milk and then a packet of powdered white sauce. Jeremy is going to cut the cucumber.
Yeah.
Nice and thin. Very, very thin. Actually, before you do that, scrape the cucumber
Oh gosh.
with the fork all the way around.
Scrape it.
Yeah. Makes it pretty.
I've never done this before. This knife that might not be that sharp is actually good at making thin slices.
That's good.
This is going to make a lot of thin slices.
Well, it's good because we got a lot of fish balls.
How's it going over there?
Well, you know, we didn't have a measuring cup when we measured out 7 deciliters of water. We eyeballed it.
Okay, cucumber's cut.
All right. The recipe calls for 1 full cucumber, 5 tablespoons of sugar, 5 tablespoons of water, and a 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar.
So we can kind of half that.
Eyeball a 1/6 of a cup.
1/6 of a cup.
Yeah, do your best.
That's not much.
No, it's really not.
How's it heating up over there?
I mean, it's going. There's steam.
How much sugar?
Try putting in 1 of those.
1 packet?
Yeah. That's quite a bit. Can you stop that? That is horrible noise. And then add a little bit of water. Equal amounts of sugar and water. Okay, so that's... We brought the Tupperware from home, anticipating wanting to store leftovers while we're camper vanning. Now we just let it sit for a while. That took a little longer than we expected. We had a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
We're at this rest stop, and it's not overly large, and it's been very calm this entire time.
Not busy at all.
Not busy at all. And in the middle of cooking, 2 massive tour buses pull up. 2 tour buses full of people just came right towards us to check out the view behind us, because it is a pretty incredible view. And they were all very interested in what we were cooking. But the good news is we finished, and let's dig in. This smells incredible. Little lumpy because we didn't have a whisk, but otherwise it's looking very good. Normally you would eat this with like boiled potatoes.
Yeah.
And then you'd also probably have peas with this. Let's dig in. So good. It's basically like pureed fish that has been molded into like ball form. It's just light and pillowy.
Yeah, it's pillowy.
Yeah, it really is. If there was anything that was ever pillowy.
It feels like you're eating a cloud, basically.
There's a giant mosquito.
Well, that's nature.
That's what you get when you're
Yeah,
camping.
this came out a lot better than I thought it would in this setting. Oh, we gotta try these cucumbers.
Hope they turned out okay.
I don't think we kept the ratios perfect or anything, but
No, nothing perfect, but they do smell good. We've been giving it a little shake here and there. Let's try it.
quite sweet.
Quite sweet. Probably needs a pinch of salt, which
Yeah.
we don't have.
We did not have salt.
No.
That would probably do it. Still good though.
Still good. So we're going to dig in, and then we're going to have dessert. Do we have something for dessert?
Yeah, let me show you. We got Smeal and Stratos.
Oh, such good choices.
Smeal is basically like Rolos.
Except it's made with Freya Melka Chocolata, and that is the best milk chocolate.
And Stratos is kind of just like
It's like an Aero bar.
yeah, it's got bubbles, kind of air bubbles throughout it.
So good.
So
After dinner, we got back on the road to find a camping spot for the night.
We are at Unstad Beach. This beach is pretty famous. It's known for being a great surf spot. Yes, I said surfing in the Arctic, but I mean, the waves speak for themselves. Look at that.
yeah, you could definitely surf those waves.
If you are interested in surfing, they have a surf shop here where you can rent boards and wetsuits. You can even do surf lessons if you want. And this is a great place to watch surfing. It's currently 10 p.m. at night. We don't have any surfers.
They're probably done for the day.
They might be. They might be back for some midnight surfing. Who knows? I mean, it doesn't get dark here. There is a nice parking lot. We paid to park here. 200 kroner per night is what you can do. We've paid it, and we are going to have this be our spot for sleeping tonight. One more fun fact, many of the beaches are white sand beaches, and that is just crazy to think about, that there are white sand beaches in the Arctic, and the water is just this beautiful turquoisey tropical blue, but it's freezing cold. It's crazy. No, we are not jumping into the water right now. We would freeze, but it's a little bit tempting just to say that we've done it. Well, it's been a pretty crazy day in Lofoten. It was really cool to pick up our camper van. Shopping for groceries was a lot.
We ended up with a lot more than we thought we were going to buy.
Driving around was an experience. A lot to get used to driving in this camper van.
Yeah.
There is no automatic steering, so you really have a lot of effort to make the car turn, which is new to me. But it's pretty late. It's, believe it or not, it's 11 p.m. right now. I know, it doesn't quite look like it, but it's very rainy. So I think we're gonna call it a day and enjoy the sounds of the ocean. And we will see you in the next one.
Welcome to Norway!
Wow, you really...
Scenes happen.
Yes. We are going to be exploring this area for the next few days, and I'm getting a phone call?
What? What are you doing?
I'm driving a vintage Volkswagen van for the first time. Oh gosh, steering
It's rough?
steering is something.
Yeah.
For sure.
The joys of camper vanning mean that we have all this equipment here and we can cook a delicious meal.
As long as that seagull over there doesn't steal it from us.
Oh, I didn't even know. He's like 10 feet away.
He's watching us.
What is that? Why does it look like a tentacle? It's yuck. It's like tentacly.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe like a type of seaweed or something. You okay there?
I have a need for water.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Stay legendary.
Yeah.